Have you ever found a perfect development site only to discover a clause in the contract that could wipe out your profits? That hidden clause is often an overage, and it is a deal breaker for many entrepreneurs. You see a fantastic opportunity, a chance to create significant planning gain. But then the legal jargon hits, and that clear path to profit feels like a minefield. If you're an investor with £50,000 to £250,000 looking for your next project, this is one of the biggest unseen risks that can derail an otherwise solid deal. Understanding overage clauses is not just about avoiding pitfalls. It is about unlocking opportunities others miss, confidently quantifying the true value of a site, even with complex legal conditions attached. Now, let us dive into what overage truly means for your development journey. An overage clause, sometimes called a clawback or uplift clause, is a contractual agreement that requires a buyer to pay an additional sum to the seller if certain future events occur, typically relating to an increase in the land's value. Most commonly, this is triggered by the grant of planning permission for a more valuable use, or the sale of the land at a higher price. For you, as an active entrepreneur, this means that while you are striving for planning gain, a portion of that gain might be contractually owed back to the original landowner. This creates uncertainty, making it difficult to accurately project your returns. Drop a comment below. What is your biggest challenge with overage clauses? Before we dissect overage further, we need to grasp the concept that makes UK property development so powerful: planning gain. This is the difference in value between a piece of land in its current use and its value once planning permission has been granted for a more intensive or profitable use. Agricultural land worth £10,000 an acre could become worth £1 million an acre with residential planning permission. This uplift, this creation of wealth through a change of use, is the engine of UK property development. But here is the problem. The sheer scale of potential gain makes it hard to quantify. And if you cannot quantify it, you cannot negotiate around an overage clause with any confidence. That is exactly why I built the planning gain calculator. You enter your current land use, site size, location, and the development you are considering. It reveals the exact value uplift in pounds that planning permission would create, the estimated cost of obtaining planning, professional fees, application fees, timelines, the net gain after costs, your true ROI on the planning application itself. It is completely free to use. And when an overage clause is in play, it allows you to model how much of that gain might be clawed back, and whether the deal is still worth pursuing. Overage clauses are not one size fits all. They are highly bespoke. The most common triggers include the grant of planning permission for a higher value use, the implementation of that planning permission, the subsequent sale of the land or units at a profit within a specified period. The mechanism for calculating the payment varies too: a fixed sum, a percentage of the uplift in value, or a percentage of net sales proceeds. A common UK mechanism is 30% of the uplift attributable to the planning consent. The mistake? Not fully understanding all the potential triggers or how the payment is calculated, leading to nasty surprises down the line. The key is to dissect these clauses meticulously during due diligence, often before you even make an offer. Let us consider a real scenario. A house in Surrey with a substantial side garden. The owner sells the garden for £200,000 with an overage clause. If planning permission is granted for more than one dwelling, the seller receives 25% of the uplift in value. You obtain permission for 2 detached houses. The land value is now £600,000. The uplift is £400,000. The overage payment, £100,000. Many entrepreneurs overlook this, assuming the purchase price is the final cost. Factoring this payment into your financial appraisal using the planning gain calculator ensures your deal remains viable before you commit. Another common mistake: Accepting overage terms without negotiating. Sellers often propose broad triggers and high percentages. An overage triggered by any planning permission, rather than specific high-value consent, is problematic. An overage lasting 25 years makes future sales difficult. These mistakes erode your planning gain, turning a profitable project into a marginal one. The solution is to shape overage clauses based on hard data, not react to them. This involves negotiating. 1. Trigger events, limiting triggers to specific high-value consents only. 2. Duration, reducing the period from 25 years to 5 to 10 years. 3. Payment calculation, basing payment on net uplift after development costs, not gross. 4. Caps, introducing a maximum total overage payment. 5. Exclusions, excluding minor permissions from triggering overage. Every one of these negotiations is stronger when you know the exact planning gain figure. That is the commercial viability data the planning gain calculator provides. Imagine knowing, with certainty, the exact value uplift your land could achieve, even with an overage clause attached. Imagine negotiating with absolute confidence because you know your numbers inside out. That is the power of having the right tool. Most landowners never calculate the number. They leave money on the table, or worse, they get caught out by clauses like overage because they do not know the true value of what they are dealing with. The planning gain calculator gives you that clarity. It helps you unlock the hidden value in every site and negotiate from a position of strength. We have covered a lot today: overage clauses, their triggers, mechanisms, common mistakes, and how to negotiate them strategically. The through line is simple. You cannot negotiate what you cannot quantify. And the entrepreneurs who win are the ones who know their planning gain figure before they make an offer. Understanding is the first step, but execution, backed by data, is where the real value is created. Here is what to do next. Click the link below to access the Planning Gain Calculator, completely free. This complimentary tool lets you assess any site, quantify the planning gain, model overage scenarios, and move forward with confidence instead of guesswork. You will also gain access to additional tools within the portal to explore scenarios and refine your approach further. Comment "Calculator" below, and I will send you direct access. Link below.